Hey beautiful people, hey you guys, what is up? My name is Lizasha. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are talking about how to prepare for your FSJ or for your BFD interview. Now you guys, I just need to quickly say this. Thank you so super much to all the new subscribers. The platform is growing and I am so super grateful. I do not take it lightly at all. And I have people that send questions like in my DMs, on TikTok and everywhere. I am so super grateful. And I always, like I say, I always try to respond on time because I am aware that most of the people that do watch my videos are either in the process of their FSJ or I don't know, like they're about to start or in the process or something like that. So these questions, when you guys send them to me, I usually understand that they are really time sensitive. So because of that, I try to really just respond on time. So hey, if you have any questions or stuff like that, just let me know down in the comment section, really on any of my videos or any of my social media platforms. Yeah. First of all, congratulations. Okay. If you are getting ready for your FSJ or BFD interview, congratulations, you've made it this far. The Lord has brought you this far and he is not going to leave you. He is with you. Okay, so let us get into the tips. So the number one thing that you obviously, without a question or a shadow of a doubt, the first thing that you want to do, of course, is, wait a minute, I left my ring light on. Number one thing in your preparation process is auf jeden Fall pray. Even before you begin doing like the whole FSJ process, I definitely would advise you to pray about it, you know. And now that you're going for your interview, you really just want God's spirit to be guiding you, you know, what you're going to say, everything that you're going to do. And, you know, you kind of just want the Lord to place his favor upon your life as you're going to be having the interview, you know, for you to know what to say, what to do, and basically for them to just love you and like you, you know, at the FSJ interview place. And yeah, so definitely make sure that you pray. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things will be given unto you, including this FSJ place that you are interviewing for. So hey, make sure to give it to God. Submit your ways to the Lord. Number two is that you want to confirm the date and the time. I cannot tell you how really important this is, because usually when you apply for FSJ or BFD, they usually send you an email in which they are telling you like, hey, we've seen your application, we would like to invite you for an interview on such and such a date, so please let us know if you would be interested. Yeah, so make sure to respond to that email and confirm with them that yes, you are interested, because if you just pop up on the day without having to confirm, you're probably not going to be having that interview. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you confirm with them, respond to them. Of course, thank them in the email, you know, thank you so much for the, thank you so much. You can like respond and say like, thank you so much for considering my application. And yes, I am definitely looking forward to the interview on the date that they have mentioned. However, if they have suggested to you a date that does not work with you, for example, let's say, I don't know, maybe you are an au pair and on that day you and your host family are not going to be in the country on that day, so you're not able to come to the interview for that day. You can let them know it's okay, you know, because usually they ask you in this email again, like, we would like to invite you on this date for this interview. Confirm, like, let us know, does that work with you? So if it's not going to work, also let them know, and even maybe call them. I would say you can even call them and basically just try to reschedule a date that will work. But auf jeden Fall, make sure that you and them are on the same page about the dates. Yeah, of course, it would be great if you're able to go on the date that they have suggested, but if it doesn't work, you can always let them know which date then works for you, and of course let them know why you're not able to go on that day, yeah, that they have suggested. So yeah, make sure to confirm with them and try not to mix up the dates. I know it's like hair vast, but I'm telling you, sometimes you can always be checking like 2 to 3 times, check that date again to make sure that it's the right date. You would be surprised how many times someone would think it's this date, but then it turns out to be no, maybe the 7th of February, but in your head you read 7th of March. And just make sure you're really like certain about the dates. So the third thing that you want to do is just to go on the website of the FSJ organization that has invited you for this interview. Go on their website and basically just really know all about them, like in detail. You know, like go there, check what are they about, what is this company about, what do they do, what are their motto, what is their goal, like what is this company all about? Because it could be that they might ask you about these things in the interview. You know, like they might ask you, okay, when you were researching about us, what did you find about us? What attracted you about our organization? Why did you even apply to our organization? So that's why I would definitely recommend you just to really go on their website and just really take your time. Like, I'm not saying like cram everything that you see there, but really just have an idea, like an in-depth idea of this organization. I have had that question asked to me in interviews, like a lot, like, so when you were researching about us, what did you find? Like, they want to just know whether you just came across them on the internet or you really took your time to invest and to know what company are they about, you know. The next thing is, oh, this one is a really great one. Know the possible questions, know the possible FSJ interview questions. I mean, I have made 2 videos so far about the possible FSJ interview questions that you might be asked. Of course, it's not going to be exactly ganske now, but you know, more or less, just to have an idea of the possible interview questions that they might ask you. So if you have not watched those videos, make sure that you do check them out. Yeah, in one of the videos I was talking about just like a general over idea of the questions that I was asked, and in the other one I was kind of just sharing how the questions like sound like in German, sozusagen. So hey, make sure you do check that video out. But basically you kind of just want to have an idea of like what type of questions they might ask you. I remember I didn't come across any videos about possible interview questions, so I had a friend help me, and like she was just sharing with me the questions that she was asked, and she was practicing with me, you know, over the phone, which is something that you can also do. Find somebody that can help you to answer these questions and just do like a really general practice. I don't know, and of course, as you're practicing, don't be practicing them in English, like practice them already in German, like how you may respond, sozusagen. Like, you putting all this effort and time will really pay off, I promise you, if that is where the Lord wants you to be. So, and the last tip that I'm going to give you guys is know the possible questions that you might ask. Yeah, because I don't know why, but there's always this feeling of, if I don't ask questions, then I seem like a more proper candidate, you know. But actually, what I've come to realize is that when you actually ask questions, that's actually how they see that you are interested. You know, you definitely stand out much more than somebody who's just quiet, has no questions and stuff like that. So, and when I say ask questions, like at the end of the interview, and they're like, okay, würden Sie, I was about to say it in German. Also ja, würden Sie eine Frage für uns haben? Like, would you have any question for us? Oder haben Sie eine Frage für uns? Like, do you have a question for us, you know? And then, for example, okay, I might have to make another video about this. For example, one of the questions that I remember that I used to ask a lot was, are you guys ready? One of the questions that I used to ask in my FSJ interviews was usually, so what are the possibilities of someone doing an Ausbildung here when I'm done with my FSJ? Yeah, that was always one of the questions that I used to ask. And then they would tell you like, yeah, okay, do they have an Ausbildung afterwards? Because I believe not all FSJ places offer an Ausbildung afterwards, so you just want to be sure about that. And of course, it's also a great thing to not ask them a question about something that they have already addressed in the interview. Yeah, so because of that, have like maybe 3, 4, or even 5 questions that you are prepared or ready to ask. Another question that I would ask is accommodation. Exactly, like do you offer accommodation, or does this organization offer accommodation? And if yes, how does the accommodation look like? Like, is it, do I get my own apartment? Do I get my own room? And if I'm getting my own room, do I have to share with somebody in my own room, or is it me by myself? You know, how far is it? Like, for example, from the city and stuff like that. So just basically have a few questions that you are going to ask them after the interview. Okay, you guys, I hope this helps, honestly. And like I said, if you have any other questions that you feel might be helpful, or tips that you feel might be helpful for others, let us have a conversation going down in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I wish you guys a wonderful and a pleasant Sunday. Kindly subscribe if you have not done so, and let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Have a wonderful, blessed Sunday.